Imagine being a slave and knowing you're a slave. Slaves got free food and shelter in exchange for labor, forced labor. They took that away, took the food and shelter away, free food and shelter away, and replaced it with money, where in exchange for your labor, you receive money that you then go and spend it all on food and shelter. Being a wagey, being a normie, you spend it pretty much all on food and shelter. Most people do. You're still a slave. We're still slaves. Your cage just got bigger. That's it. So imagine being in the Matrix, knowing you're in the Matrix, knowing that there's all these things working against you to keep you down, to keep you a peon, to keep you average, and still you're allowing yourself to be controlled by the Matrix. You're literally seeing yourself being controlled and not doing anything about it. Because there's a choice there. I'm not saying that it's easy to do something about it, just the fact that there's a choice. So we're just sitting cattle, just being guided and at the will of at our owners. They pretty much, at least the people who make the systems of modern society, the people that dictate and influence the system of how one should live their life. We do their bidding. We create their reality. The reality where they have access to pretty much whatever they want, wherever they want and when they want it. So rules were pretty much made for poor people. And it really should be rules were made for slaves, because that's what poor people are. They are slaves because they are the support system for the elites to be the elites. Someone has to mine that coal. Someone has to flip your burger. But my main point is this. You're in the Matrix, you know that you're in the Matrix, and yet you allow yourself to be controlled by the Matrix. Because that's how you were raised. That's the fucking programming you received in schools. They didn't teach you how to be an elite. They taught you how to be a slave, aka a wagey, a normie, peon. Look at the people that they got teaching new slaves. The best teacher would be a slave. Another normie, another peon, a slave teaching next generation slaves how to think like a slave, telling you what slaves should want, telling you what perspectives you should have. There isn't any teacher just driving a fucking Bugatti, Porsche, Lamborghini, just to stop and think that there's people that can afford these expensive ass cars that most people would not be able to afford even if they worked their entire lives for it. None of these motherfuckers didn't go to school. The people that can't afford that type of stuff. Getting off track, but my main point is like just being rendered incapable, like not doing anything about it, like wanting to do something about it and not being able to. It's like your mind, it's like you're a slave to your mind. The programming is so fucking strong and you know it's there, and it's just like, what the fuck? You have every incentive to not try to break out, to stay in, to be average, be broke. Every incentive to do that. And it was set up that way on purpose. And you know that it was set up that way on purpose. But still, like, ain't doing shit about it. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? Where are my brothers that want to break out of this shit? That want to make it to the other side and not be a peon anymore? Want to gather our knowledge and resources. We can achieve a lot more if we do it together than just individually. But, like, really want this shit and make it top priority. Like, constantly thinking about how you can break out. And constantly taking action to do so, not just, I'll do it tomorrow, or do it for a week and then stop doing it because the Matrix got you hooked back in. It doesn't matter if you feel like doing it or not. You need to have the discipline to do it regardless of how you feel, because you know that is the most beneficial step you can take to improve your life and stop being a fucking slave.